She has starred in more than 80 television shows and films, and now Christina Moore has gotten us not one, but two Christmas movies this season. Merry Christmas, Christina. Nice to have you with us.
Merry everything. Thank you so much for having me.
This is pretty cool. I mean, you've got two movies out for Christmas, and we're all getting in the holiday spirits. I've got my lights up and everything's ready to go. We're ready to celebrate the holidays together. And tell me about I Believe in Santa. That's the first movie that's on Netflix, right?
Netflix on December 14th, I Believe in Santa. I think the official logline is love is a gift, but when Lisa finds out that her new man believes in Santa Claus, does she want to send it back?
Well, this guy is obsessed with Christmas. It's not just,
Obsessed.
I believe in Christmas. It's a wonderful time of year. Tell me a little bit about his obsession with Christmas.
It's really, I know because it is played by my husband, who also wrote it, and I was very much involved in the development process. So the intentionality of it was written, it was because of our director, Alex, saying what if we did a 40-year-old virgin kind of version of a Christmas movie and then really sadly there's just a little bit of social unrest or people in divided kind of camps. Yeah. And so the overall reason for making it was can you love somebody who believes something so different than you? And as trivial as it can seem, being obsessed with Christmas, needing to go to every tree lighting and every choral singing, and as if it was kind of a religious belief and the belief in Santa, but how do we get along if people believe, let's say, different things than we do?
Well, that's a very real life scenario. I think there's millions of families who go through this sort of thing, but I think what's fun about what the film that you're making is that it kind of pokes fun at that. It pokes fun at the idea that we're different and we think differently and believe differently. But he's head to toe in Santa Claus. He eats probably Christmas cereal and has to have Christmas cookies and all that stuff.
He's got everything. What was super fun was, reading the script and then going into Tom's apartment as designed by our amazing production designer, Michael Cooper. And what I loved is that it was all old-fashioned stuff. So it was the idea that he's collected this stuff since he was a kid. So it's not like an aisle at Target. It's more like Harrods. His things are animatronic. There's Santa Clauses that talk to you, but there's not a surface that is not covered in Christmas. And he's got probably a 30-foot Christmas tree in his house.
Yeah.
He moves the living room furniture to put up.
Clark Griswold on steroids.
Oh, there you go. Well, Clark Griswold on steroids with a really lovely aesthetic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, a little bit more aesthetic. Absolutely. All right, so that's on Netflix, right? And then
Netflix, yes.
And then your next movie is A Hollywood Christmas. This one's interesting because this one actually is what we all see when we watch these Christmas movies, is that there's people that fall in love and there's a little bit of conflict, and at the end they resolve and they celebrate a happy Christmas, okay? Mm-hmm. But this one, there's a bit of a twist to it. Tell me about that twist.
The twist is that it's a movie within a movie. So you have director Jessica Van is known for directing your very traditional rom-com Christmas movie. And while she's directing it, Josh Swickard, the new hunky network exec, comes to tell her that they're going to shut her down. So her life begins to mimic beat by beat, scene by scene, the Christmas movie that she is directing. So I like to say it's a love letter to Hollywood. There's a lot of inside baseball Hollywood tropes. It's a love letter to Christmas rom-coms and, a nice little kiss to Christmas in general.
And that one's on HBO Max.
HBO Max, it's on December 1. So it's happening. And
it's happening, right.
This morning, I just got word that it was #1 on the platform.
That doesn't surprise me because you've had #1 shows before.
That's just kind of what we do over here. Yeah. And if you don't, no pressure to I Believe in Santa, but that's what the Swickards do. We call it the Swickard effect.
The Josh Swickard effect. That's good. So listen, let's talk a little bit about you and why you make these films, why you think they're important.
Why do I do it? I'm like an old school, dyed in the wool musical theater kid. And there's something about that, let's put a play on in a barn. Like, I do it because I love the people that I work with. I love our costume designer, Elizabeth Jett. I said Michael Cooper, production designer. I'm like secretly wild about my director, Alex. Not even secret. He knows. Everyone knows. You know, our DP, Ruben. Like, there's just been this core group, and that we've probably done like 12 projects together. And there's just something about getting the band back together that I mean, I just kind of can't say no. I love it. I love every minute of it.
And, you know, it sends a heartfelt message, which I think is really important during this season. There's so much going on in our world that I like to turn on, believe it or not, I like to watch these movies and just sit back and relax and enjoy, have some popcorn or whatever. You know, it's just such a great feeling. And I think that's what why your audience is so attracted to these films.
Yeah, I think that I agree. I think that people all over the place just like, I mean, I think it's mentioned in the Hollywood Christmas, but like, you know, the network exec says, aren't these movies boring? And she's like, is curling up with a hot cocoa boring? No, it's comforting. Like, you know what to expect. You know that you won't get your feelings hurt. You know that you'll leave with some warm and fuzzies. And yeah, I mean, and also I having produced now like 12 things, I can say that the tone of the script starts to affect the tone of the set. Oh. And I don't know that I'm ready to like make a horror or I mean, like, there's something about like, I mean, who can be sad, mad, or upset on a Christmas set?
No, that's why I created this set for you behind me.
Yeah, see, there you got it. Yeah, when there's like holly and mistletoe and candles and yeah, you can't be
fantastic. Sad. Well, Christina Moore, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Congratulations on these 2 films, and may you continue to have great success. Both movies are out now, or I guess will be by the time this airs. So it's all the holiday stuff. So the first one is I Believe in Santa. That's on Netflix. And the second one, which has already been out and doing very, very well on HBO Max, is A Hollywood Christmas. Christina, such a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.